Hi guys, Martin88 here and welcome back to another FIFA 22 video and welcome back to my squad battles, controller settings and camera settings. So it became apparent to me that obviously there's a lot more of you guys playing squad battles over Team of the Season. Really I should have done this a few weeks ago because your controller settings are going to be or can be quite a bit different to online play. So I'm just going to take you through it today and show you what I use. Now this is important. I'm just showing you what I use. This doesn't mean that these are the best or it's the best for you, but just educating you on why I use what I use, and obviously I have an awful lot of success. So the big thing in squad battles is that you can have the competitive master switch on or off, which you don't have that luxury when playing basically when you're playing online. Squad battles is an offline game mode, so you do have that luxury. So you could put it off and use any of these ones. Auto shots, assisted jockeying, which I know some of you are like, but I still have it off. Why? I might think you're nuts. Why? Because honestly, it's because I'm at such a level, there's very little input I want from the AI. Very little. My jockeying is on point, okay? I don't need it. I don't want it assisted. I've got it, okay? Thank you very much. I've got it. In terms of like auto shots and like auto flare passes, no, just not for me. I know that I'll be playing a game on Ultimate solo. I'll be 4-0 up and I'll get my one and only chance to score my 5th goal, and they'll go and do some stupid pass that I wasn't expecting, causes me to miss. I'll make the pass. Thank you very much. So yeah, that's why I don't have it on, which I know puzzles some of you guys, but that is the reason why. So some of these are really quite relative and others we'll just skip past because they just don't matter realistically to us. So through past assistance have on semi, which I think is okay. Don't want assisted, so just semi is just a little bit of help with that, because different players obviously with different attributes, it can be a bit of a minefield. I just think that semi is the middle of the road, okay? You get a little bit of help, but it's not, the game hasn't taken over for you, which is the case with like auto shots and flare passes. They'll literally just do it, which is not what we want. Fifa Trainer, of course, hide. Right, timed finishing. I've had it switched on all year, which some of you have asked me about, but I don't use it. So the honest truth is I might as well just have it off. For me, in squad battles, I don't really feel like it makes much difference. I'm sure some of you will get in the comments and try and tell me otherwise, but I can still score my 5 goals in all my games, etc, etc. And yeah, all right, if you're absolutely mustard at it, have it on. But for the amount of times that it will work for the odd 1 or 2 that it doesn't, again, if you're playing solo and you're playing at an extremely high level, you might only get a certain amount of chances. And if you go and muck one of them up because your timed finishing was a bit off, no, not for me. Next player switch indicator on, I think is decent, because when switching, you'll use so LB on Xbox, which I think is L1 on PlayStation, and you'll use your right stick a lot of the time. But if you're going to do LB, it will show you where it's going to go next, because although I do right stick switching a lot, I still do LB switching a lot as well. It can be a bit of a reset if you get in a bit of a muddle with your right stick, but also when it's just a simple switch and you can see that it's going to switch to the guy that you want it to, using LB or L1, it's absolutely fine. So yeah, we want that on. Pass block assisted is key. This is the kind of stuff we're talking about where you've got like Varane and Van Dijk at the back and they stick their leg out like 20 yards to block a ball. If you have that off, that won't happen. Auto switching on air balls and loose balls is an absolute must. I've done co-op with people that have had it on some of the others, and it has been an absolute minefield. And it's just switching to players all over the place and creating a problem basically. So air balls and loose balls. So like when the goalie takes a goal kick and it's towards their right winger, which will be your left back, the game will just automatically switch to your left back, which is what you want. You don't want your right winger highlighted, do you? You want, you know, so it's quite handy for that, to be honest. And that's an example of where we don't mind a bit of an assistance from the game, because it's not over the top and it's relative, you know. Auto switching move assistance we have on none. Clearance assistance is directional. So this, in my opinion, is, you know, like if there's a ball lumped over the top and you bring the goalie out, if it's just on classic, he'll just smack it out of play. Whereas if you have it on directional, you can have some input over that, which is what we want. A player lock have on, doesn't really matter, could have it on, off, whatever. Icon switching have on. Right stick switching there, this is a big one. Notice that some of them are bigger than others. Well, this is a massive one. Right stick switching is really something that if you can't do, you should try and learn. And having it on ball relative is absolutely impossible. I would love to hear from anybody, whether it's online or offline, that is successful having their right stick switching on ball relative. For me, it might as well not even be in the game. Has to be on player relative, okay? Ground pass assistance assisted. Now, I like this, to be fair. This is actually helpful. When you read it, pass direction and power will be assisted to help play passes into the receiver's path and avoid opponent players. That's fine. That's not a problem. The shot assistance, I don't mind. That means if you've got somebody that with lesser shooting stats, it's probably going to help you out a little bit there, because right, now you're going to say, oh, well, this isn't like what you said at the start of the video, but this is different because you could be doing everything right. The right amount of power, the right direction, the right body angle. But if you've got a lesser player, they're more likely to have a chance of going in if there's a bit of assistance on it, which, why not? Why not? Let's not turn that down. So what I'm saying is we've still done everything that we can. Having that turned on is only going to be a benefit. It's never going to be a negative. Whereas that other stuff with like auto clearances, they could just clear it straight to an attacker who's 20 yards out and he just bangs it in. How's that helpful? It's not, you know, so it is different. Cross assistance, assisted. Again, I like this because I feel that when you do an RBX, it will lock on to the guy that you've got in the box, which is kind of what it says. Cross direction and power will be assisted to help you cross into the receiver's path. I'm sure you, like me, done a lot of RBXs and they just go straight into their path. Lob pass assistance, yeah, have that on. Save assistance, semi, definitely. Have analog sprint on. This is a good one. Pass receiver lock. So the pass receiver the pass receiver is locked as late as possible, close to the time when the ball is kicked. Right, okay, so the reason why I like this is because, especially at a higher end of squad battles, you could see something late and pass it, or I'll be drawing a defender in knowing that I'm going to play that ball at the last moment. And if that is on early, it could just pass it to somebody else, which is not what I want in the slightest. So yeah, they're the controller settings. Let's move on to the camera settings. All right, camera settings, really simple. There you see it. Just default. Some people will use telebroadcast and some will use, where is it? Co-op. But I just like default because I like to see in detail what's going on in the pitch, because again, especially at the high level, and I said these are what I use, doesn't mean that they're the best. I'm just explaining why I use what I use so you can judge for yourself what's better for you. But I like to see in detail the finest details of what's going on the pitch, okay? And because I use the mini map a lot, and I mean loads, I don't need co-op and be sat in the stands and seeing what's going on, because I'm literally screen, mini map, screen, mini map, screen. I just know the picture of the pitch in my head. It's not a problem. And in terms, I have it the height and zoom on 10 and 10. So yeah, there we go, guys. So that is my camera and controller settings. I hope that has helped. Any questions, get in below. I'm sure that some of you will disagree with some of it, but again, reiterate, I'm just showing you what I use, not what is the best. Although you know, they treat me very, very well. But guys, that is going to be the end of the video. Please drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys soon. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.